Okay, today we are going to go over distance, speed, and time. Distance, speed, and time. Does anybody know when we use distance, speed, and time? No? Anybody? Anybody?
While driving a car.
While driving a car, yes. When else? When do we use distance, speed, and time? Yes? Running, yes. Like the pacer?
Yeah.
What would the pacer be? Would that be distance, speed, or time? Speed. Okay. Yeah, speed and time. Okay. Speed is also referred to as a rate. Okay. Speed is also sometimes referred to as rate. Okay. So, kids. Okay. Distance is Distance is how far. How do we measure distance? Miles, kilometers, meters, centimeters, inches, millimeters, feet. Okay, those are some examples of distance. Miles, kilometers, meters, centimeters, inches, millimeters, feet. If I wanted to know how far a snail travels in a minute, what unit would I use? Centimeters, even millimeters, right? A snail, right? What if I want to know how far is it from here to Mars? Miles or kilometers, okay. If I want to know how far is it from my door to Miss Van Dyke's door? Feet? Yeah, meters. Oh, yards, right? Yardsticks. Okay, good. So distance is how far. Okay, now speed is how long. But kids get it confused. Kids read how long and they think, oh, 2 inches, 5 inches. So how long is actually a time? Like, how long does it take you to walk to Miss Dowd's class, for example, right? It's a long walk. All right. How do we measure? No, I'm sorry. That's time. So let's just change this to time. My apologies. It's Monday. It's Monday, the day before we come back. How long is time? How long did it take you to walk to Miss The day before we come back? I don't know, kids. Miss O'Malley didn't go to sleep on time. It was too hot, too cold. Okay. How do you measure time?
Minutes, hours.
Minutes, hours, what else?
Seconds.
Seconds. What else?
Days.
Days. Weeks. Years.
Centuries.
Okay, alright. You get it, right? So time is measured in minutes, hours, seconds, days, weeks, years. How long does it take you to take out the trash cans? Yeah. Years. Yeah. Centuries. Alright, so now let's do speed. My apologies. Speed is how far, how long. What do you think speed is? How fast. The how far, how long, how fast, that's what you'll read in the question. Like, how fast, how long, how far. So how fast? How do we measure speed? Mph, which stands for what? So it has the distance and it has the unit of time. So that would be miles per hour. Does anybody know what the per means? One. So how long does it take me to travel? How many miles can I travel in 1 hour? How fast? Okay. So I can take any of these with any of these. So I can do, if you travel outside of the United States, it would be kilometers per hour on the on the highway. It could be ooh, what's that? Centimeters per second. I don't know. Just made that up. Alright. Any questions? Okay. So here's how you solve for all of these. Ready, set, distance is equal to speed times time. Time is equal to distance divided by speed. And speed, or rate, is equal to distance over time. No one is absent. Perfect. Okay, so you have to memorize these formulas. If there was only an easier way. But there is. Alright, let me remind myself what I need to give you. I'm going to give you a piece of graph paper. Take a piece of graph paper, pass the rest back. Pass the rest back. You heard. Alright, there you go. Take one out. We're going to do some origami. I need this to be a triangle without cutting. Make this rectangle into a triangle without cutting.
Like a triangle.
A triangle without, that's what I'm going to do, Ashlyn, without cutting. No more? Reese, do you have an extra one? Graph paper? You have an extra one? Alright, pass it. Thank you. No, you can't. It's origami. You've never done origami? Well, I'm done. What is the problem? Oh, the struggles of my students. Okay, this is the first time where I go, here, do a triangle. Usually I do step by step. Okay. So this is what you do. You take one corner, you go to the other side, like this. Like this. And then this extra piece, a little rectangle that's left over. I mean, if you have a triangle, you have a triangle. You don't have to follow me. You fold over the rectangle like this. Alright? And then you open up your triangle and you hide this little extra rectangle inside. This also makes a perfect square. Which is your basis for origami, a perfect square. But I need a triangle, like now. Like now. Hurry up. Alright. Okay, so here's your triangle. Don't care what size, just want a triangle. Okay. Make sure it's like this on your paper. Okay. Now, you're going to write the letter D on the top, nice and big. Look how big mine is compared to the paper. I'm going to make a line, and then I'm going to write an S and a T with a dot in the middle. So look how big my letters are compared to my paper. So no matter how big or small your triangle is, it needs to be, your letters need to be bigger. Okay, why do you think I did this? Well, instead of memorizing these three formulas, because these are called formulas, we do this. If you can memorize this, you're in good shape. Now I'm going to fold, okay, if I want to solve for distance, I fold over and I cover up the letter D, and what is my formula? Speed times time. Now, what if I want to solve for speed? What do I cover up? I cover up the S, and what is my formula? D over T. And what does this line mean? It means division. Now, what if I want to solve for time? I cover up the T. See how that works? And the equation is distance divided by speed. Alright? Now, you don't want to cover them all up at the same time. Alright, so we're going to use this to solve some problems. Alright. How many of you have done distance, speed, and time in a different class? Interesting. Okay. Miss Lamelli drove her super cool sports car for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours at a speed of 65 miles per hour. What? I don't know. How far did she travel? Miss Amelia drove her super cool sports car for 2.5 hours at a speed of 65 miles per hour. How far did she travel? Okay, first off, you have to figure out, what are you solving for? Distance. What tells you that it's distance? How far. So there's two ways to figure out what you're solving for. One, you can read the question itself and says how far. The other is to determine, well, what do the other two numbers signify? What do they stand for? So 2.5 hours, that's what? That's time. So you're not solving for time because they told you the time. And then 65 miles per hour is speed. So you're not solving for speed because they gave you the speed. Right? You can do it that way. Okay, so I'm solving for distance. Distance is equal to speed times time. Cool. Alright, plug in your numbers. Do the math.